I'll give it a peek.
I'm guessing you've never been to a chiropractor before?
Never before.
These are painless adjustments, okay? I don't treat anything. Pull. Pull. Okay. Who's nuts? Who's nuts? Nuts.
Wow.
I just made you gluten intolerant.
So you're not evil.
Yeah, PSA, if you have like pain and shit, don't go to a chiropractor. Just go to physical therapy. Just a little pro tip. I don't know if we have any chiropractics fans in here, but just do physical therapy. It'll help you much more in the long run. Thanks, Risa Brendan. Yeah, I don't know if this is real or not, because what chiropractor would agree to this? Yeah, I'm a 1-star chiropractor. I fucking suck ass. No one really likes me, so Vice is now just gonna come in here and make fun of me. Unless this is somehow like a positive spin on it. Like, he may have 1 star, but he's got great heart. This is a resub Bandit and the 2-gift sub Sparrow. Most people are saying it's real. Alright, I'll take your word for it.
Kinesiology?
Chiropractor.
I'm willing to, you know.
Let's see some of these
He was
reviews.
on me all over. He said he was done.
Caused a vertebrae in my neck to go out from the muscle testing, which caused severe headaches and had to be put back in by another chiropractor.
Oh my god. Well, you didn't learn your lesson. I went to a chiropractor once and he gave me a slight herniation in one of my discs on my neck. So I've never gone back, and I've held a grudge against chiropractors ever since. They're not real doctors. It's a legitimate pseudoscience. Somehow this person had a very similar experience and then said, I'll go to another chiropractor to fix it. Oh my god, what a fucking gamble. Thanks for the gift sub, Wing.
I'm willing to, you know, do anything for the cause. So if that involves, you know, letting this person, you know, try out some kinesiology.
I didn't go to a bad one. Everyone gives that cope. I went to the #1 rated chiropractor in the entire fucking state. He works on professional athletes.
A fixing. As they say,
that wasn't just some back of the
you are
phone
as
book
young as your
chiropractor.
spine is flexible. But in my profession, 1-star reviews are not something I can be flexible with. I need to experience the service for myself. I was on a mission, and I have no problem.
Yeah, let's take a peek.
Can you even call yourself a chiropractor?
He totally cheated me.
It was still much too early for my own diagnosis on him, so I continued with my treatment.
And Rhesus? That should have broke my index finger. My pinky. Push up. Oh.
Yeah, that one's like gonna cramp if I push any harder.
Even the muscles of your back are weak. So what we need to do is find out what's turning all of this off. We're going to retest these muscles while you touch certain areas of your body. Okay, what I want you to do is find your belly button for me. Okay, this is the
There she
reflex
is.
for hormones. I'm going to re-push on this muscle again. It didn't change it.
Not the hormone.
Because you gotta press your hormone button.
This is the digestive reflex.
Dr. Rodriguez continued his scan of my body, testing my immune reflex, cardiovascular reflex, my muscular reflex, and no matter where I touched, my muscles were still weak.
Didn't
I
change
can't.
anything.
What? How's that
Didn't
not?
change anything. Didn't change anything.
Was I just incredibly
What?
frail, or was there a deeper cause to my pain? But before we were to give up, he had one last reflex he wanted to test.
This is the emotion reflex.
Oh, that's the most important one.
Resist, go. Pull.
Oh, yeah, there she is. That's a lot of emotion.
Push out. Go. Push, 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 push out.
Holy shit.
Massive difference, isn't it?
Certainly.
Why are you having the neck pain, the back pain, all of this?
Because you're
I don't know,
emotional.
I guess maybe could it be like stress related or something.
Emotional
going on in my
stress.
head. Wow. It was
Obviously.
quite a revelation to discover that all of my physical issues came from a single source.
Everything has a beginning, and stress is your beginning.
While just knowing this wouldn't instantly cure me, it still was a relief to finally have some clarity. Dr. Rodriguez then had to reset my energy switches.
Hey,
All I have to do is reset the switch.
This is a really fun full circle thing. You can come up. This is something we used to check out quite a long time ago on YouTube. This was a rabbit hole about like chakra alignment. Not so much chiropractics. It's really weird to see this in a chiropractic setting, though they are both very silly pseudosciences. But the whole idea behind this was always about aligning chakras and like controlling your emotional not outbursts. Fuck, what was it? Not Kundalini. God, what did they call it? Does anyone remember from back in the day? They used to do the same thing. They used to have you do the fingers. So you'd put your arm up with your fingers. Then you'd eventually give them like the shocker. And you'd start like pulling on your fingers in order to reset your emotions like it was some kind of hardware. What the fuck did they call it? No, it wasn't. It had something more than chakra. Was it Reiki? It might have been Reiki.
Pull. Pull. Okay, great. Okay, we can put this down.
He's truly a master.
All right, so I've
The reset switches are very hard to find on the human body. Like, the factory default settings are fucking confusing. Like, it's different on everyone, but the way he was able to pinpoint that on his wrist, fucking masterful.
reset everything.
The man's methods were really out of the ordinary, and I actually did feel better after this process. But just when I thought he was a miracle worker, he hit me with some unthinkable news.
This doesn't do anything.
It was starting to feel like maybe the reviews were true.
This doctor claims to heal you in a day from all illness just by reading your energy.
Yep, that's energy healing in a nutshell. You're lucky he didn't drop a fucking clump of shungite on your chest and call it a day. He was much more hands-on. At least he touched your wrist.
He's doing with this scam is nothing short of evil and malpractice.
We're not.
I also love this malpractice. The fun thing about chiropractics is it's not like an actual MD profession. It's not like a real doctor. I do think they do have like a council of chiropractics elders or something that's supposed to govern it, but it's not like a malpractice kind of thing because it's not clinical. It's not like a real doctor. It is. It's not. It actually is not. If you look up chiropractics here, actually, this is like this. I don't know how we always end up in a chiropractics rabbit hole recently. But if you look up chiropractics, it is legitimately listed officially as a pseudoscience. Where can I find? I pulled up the PubMed thing on it recently. Let me see if I can get that back up. I can't get the PubMed one to pop up. But here, I mean, like, pretty much every source. Like, here's Cleveland EDU. Chiropractics don't have an MD degree. They aren't medical doctors. They're considered doctors of chiropractic care. But it's not a real doctor. There's no medical school. There's nothing like that. There is apparently like an like post-learning school that some chiropractors can go to, but it's not like an actual medical field. Yeah, here. This is actually in defense of doctors, but even in their own thing, it even talks about them not being like actual medical doctors. Do they not go to school for it? You can. Like I said, there is schools for it, which is what this talks about. Charles, you're losing this one. What do you... It is legitimately listed as a fucking pseudoscience. What do you mean? This is actually when I pulled up in defense of it, where it even talks about them not being actual medical doctors. This is like in defense of chiropractics being doctors, but even still, talking about them not being medical doctors. Literally anything, looking up anything, any science-based anything talks about chiropractics being an ineffective, manipulative treatment. Literally anywhere. This is one that I pulled up on behalf of chiropractics. It's bait. I guess it could be. I don't really know. I know chiropractics has become kind of trendy because of all the TikTok memes about it.
Since everything is emotional, what we want to do is we need to change our perspective. If I think it, then I am what I think I am. You want to get well? You want to get better? You need to think positive, be positive. You need to forgive yourself.
All great advice. I think I'll go ahead and book an appointment with a physical therapist to actually fix my injury that I visited you for. Positive thinking's not going to magically heal a fucking injury. Well, I guess some of them maybe. Over time.
What we're going to do now is we're going to check for misalignments. Okay. Any pain there?
Not in particular.
Beautifully aligned.
Before I came in, I was checking out some of your reviews and I saw people were mentioning, a lot of kind of, negative thoughts.
So I see how this happened. He didn't tell them going into it that you're a 1-star chiropractor, and that's why we're here.
And is any of this going to result in a crack, or I shouldn't expect that necessarily?
You shouldn't expect it necessarily. A lot of chiropractors twist necks and backs, and they want to hear a crack.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that necessarily.
Yeah.
He's a bit
'Cause one person, I
Scarfox.
guess, was trying to
Maybe
say,
some
like,
dairy.
if a chiropractor isn't going to crack your back, are they a chiropractor at all?
Energy healing is a very complicated science. Says he's literally just energy healing. Why is he marketing himself as a chiropractor? He needs more crystals though, or one of those water phones that you tap. Do you think he knows he's a quack? I think there's a level to it. I think there's some people in that field that 100% know it's not effective, but it makes money, low effort, so why not? And then I think there is some people that genuinely believe in it. Like we've seen a couple. Who was that guy who, well, bad example of someone who believes it. There was the guy that used it as just a means to grope women. What was his name? That energy healer? Fuck, I can't remember his name. We went down this rabbit hole so long ago. The guy that wore the cowboy hat? No, not Lou. Lou's the masseuse, which is a generous term for it. I'll pull up Lou for anyone that doesn't remember Lou. He recently got banned and then unbanned. Actually, can I even pull him up? Hold on. What comes up when I look up Lou? He used this as a way of just groping women in public. He even used to suck on their toes and called it a massage. Let me see what the first thing that comes up is. Sucked on their toes. I made a whole video on Lou once, yeah. I wonder if they... His original channel got banned because it was him just legitimately groping women in public. He'd even go under their bikinis sometimes on the beach. How he didn't get arrested for that is beyond me. He would literally go under their bikini and honk their tits during his massages. I don't know how he didn't get arrested. But he got banned on YouTube for it. I wonder if there's any of the toe-sucking stuff left. This one should be okay to pull up on stream. He doesn't go too hard. Yeah, this one. These are strangers, by the way. These are 5 gift subs. Alert. Here, I'll skip around to the important bits. So you have to make sure you work out the ass cheeks. So you gotta really get in there and fucking cup on it, because those muscles like to tighten up. Those puppies will wrap themselves all up like a cobra, get all coiled, and Lou's got the magic touch to get in there and work it out. Sometimes you gotta go into the hole too, because they get real lost. Yep. But the most important part that a lot of masseuse... Oh, still in the ass. The most important part a lot of masseuse don't take into consideration is the toes. So you gotta start blowing on the toes here. When does he do that? Is this the one where he sucks on her toes or no? Am I misremembering?
Okay. If here is a back problem, right? You massage the back. Also you massage to here. This one.
Might not be her. I don't know. I feel like this is the... It might be her. Does he suck on her toes here?
Good.
No, it doesn't look like it's this one.
So this one, same thing. You have loose the tooth first, okay?
Oh no, he's biting on her foot. So, for some reason, he doesn't do her toes here. He just bites on her heel. I don't even remember him biting on her heel. I thought this was the girl he sucked on the toes. It's an important part of the massage regardless. It's just he didn't give the full package. He only bit on her heel. I can't believe she let him do this. This is like the most tame massage she ever gave on his channel, which is why it's still up. Like, even though he bites on her heel, he works her heel like an ice cream cone that he's eating. So even though he like bites on her heel and shit, the other things he was doing was like significantly worse. I'm not exaggerating. Before his channel got banned, he used to go to the like beach and would grope the women going under their bikini. Like, it wasn't an unusual occurrence for him. And they would, for some reason, let him. I don't know. I don't understand how he got away with it for so long. But he's still doing it. He still has like his third channel. Did you know the creator of Chiropractic's Daniel Palmer said the idea came from a ghost? Oh yeah, no, it started as like a religious thing. Said he was visited by a ghost about curing ailments or something, and that's where chiropractics was born from. I'm familiar with the history. I'm sure there are people out there where like those little tiny pops feel good and probably even help to some degree, but it's not like a fix for any of the problems. And it never has been. Or Lou. I've watched a lot of Lou. I find it absolutely baffling that he's not in jail for this shit. It is complete strangers that he gropes. Like, he hands out, I'm assuming, free massages to complete strangers and straight gropes them. Like, as you just saw, literally biting that woman's foot. I wish I could find the one where he sucked on the person's toes. I don't know where that one is. Or if that one's still up.